So I'm Mike and I've been married to Sarah for 4 years. 4 years! That's long enough to know someone inside out, right? I could predict her coffee order blindfolded. Black, 2 sugars, no nonsense. But lately? Lately something's off. Weirder. Like, I need to keep an eye on this. Weird. It started with the bedroom. After 4 years, you'd think intimacy is just part of the routine, like brushing your teeth or arguing over who forgot to take out the trash. But Sarah? Oh, she's turned it into a weapon. One day it's all, come here, big guy, like we're in some cheesy romance flick. The next, not tonight, dear, with a smile so sweet it could rot teeth. Then there's the kicker. It's a reward system now. I buy her that overpriced handbag she's been eyeing. Jackpot, I'm in. I mow the lawn without her nagging. Bingo, we're on. It's like I'm a contestant on some twisted game show. Win Sarah's affection, now with bonus points for groveling. I laughed it off at first. Marriage is weird, right? You roll with it. But then I overheard something that flipped the script. I was in the kitchen, pretending to care about the dishes, when Sarah's on the phone with her gaggle of friends. She's got that smug tone, like she's just won Monopoly and I'm stuck in jail. Intimacy's my secret power, girls, she says, loud and proud. Mike's like a loyal puppy now. Why do I do it? I'm bored. I want attention. I want competition. I deserve it. I nearly dropped the plate. Competition? What is this? The Bachelor? Married edition? I snorted to myself. Quietly, of course, because I'm not dumb enough to blow my cover. But inside? Oh, the gears were turning. Boredom? Fine, I get it. I'm not exactly a stand-up comedian 24/7. Attention? Sure, I could up my game. Maybe start serenading her with a ukulele or something equally humiliating. But competition? Between who? Me and... What? The mailman? The neighbor's dog? Some mystery guy I haven't clocked yet? That's when the light bulb flickered on. If she's playing these little mind games, she's either hiding something or just enjoys watching me squirm like a lab rat in a maze. Maybe both. And here's the kicker. I'm not even mad. Not yet. I'm intrigued. Like, okay, Sarah, you want to play chess with our marriage? I'll bite. So, I decided to lean into it. Play along. Act the part of the clueless, lovesick husband while I figure out what's really going on. Because if there's a third player in this game, I'm not about to lose without a fight, or at least a good laugh. So, Sarah's got me pegged as her loyal little puppy, wagging my tail and jumping through hoops for a pat on the head. And you know what? I'm letting her think that. Oh, I'm playing the part like I'm auditioning for an Oscar. Big, pleading eyes. A dramatic sigh here and there, practically begging for her affection with all the flair of a Shakespearean actor. Oh, Sarah, my queen, please grace me with your favor, I say one night, clutching my heart like I'm about to faint. She eats it up, smirking like she's the puppet master and I'm dangling on her strings. Little does she know, I'm not just dancing to her tune, I'm watching her every move. And boy, do I start noticing things. She's hanging out with Kate, way more than usual. Kate, her supposed BFF, who I'm pretty sure hasn't hosted this many girls' nights since the invention of wine. Then there's the phone. She's glued to it, typing away, and the second I walk by, she flips it over or shoves it in her pocket like it's classified CIA intel, my guts screaming louder than a fire alarm. Cheating. This smells like cheating. But I don't blow my cover. No, I'm not that guy. I'm not storming in with accusations and a raised voice. I'm plotting something better, something epic, a showdown she'll never forget. I turn into Sherlock freaking Holmes in my own house. Sarah has no idea I'm a master of improv. Years of faking enthusiasm for her mom's dry meatloaf have honed my skills. One morning, while she's in the shower belting out some off-key pop song, I seize my chance. Her phone's sitting there on the counter, practically begging me to snoop. I've known her passcode for ages. 1234. Because originality is her strong suit, apparently. I unlock it, scroll through her messages, and bam, there it is. Tom from work. A text that reads, "Yesterday was hot, let's do it again?" Oh, Tom, you smooth-talking genius. My blood doesn't even boil, I just grin. This is gold. My ace in the hole. I snap a quick photo of the evidence with my phone, slide hers back like nothing happened, and lean against the counter, whistling casually. Sarah struts out of the bathroom all steamy and innocent, towel wrapped around her like she's auditioning for a shampoo commercial. "Hey, sweetie," she purrs, flipping her wet hair. "Maybe you can earn my affection today. Dishes need washing and the living room's a mess." She gives me that smug little smile, like she's dangling a carrot in front of a donkey. I nod, all wide-eyed and eager. "Oh, anything for you, babe." Inside, though, I'm cackling like a supervillain. She thinks she's got me wrapped around her finger, but I'm the one holding the cards now. Tom from work? Bring it on. This game's just getting started, and I'm about to direct a performance she'll be talking about for years. For the next couple of weeks, I turn into husband of the year. We're talking breakfast in bed, pancakes shaped like hearts, because I'm that guy now. Flowers for no reason, just plopped on the counter with a cheesy, "Saw these and thought of you, babe." Even foot massages after her long day, where I knead her soles like I'm auditioning for a spa gig. Sarah's lapping it up, strutting around like she's tamed a wild beast. She's in her element, thinking I'm her personal lapdog, and I'm just over here nodding along, smiling like an idiot while secretly sharpening my claws. She's staying late more and more. Those girls' nights with Kate are piling up like bad excuses. One evening, she waltzes in, and I catch a whiff of something that sure as hell isn't her usual vanilla body spray. It's sharp, musky, some dude's cologne, no question. I tilt my head, all casual, and go, "New perfume, honey?" She freezes, her face turning the color of a ripe tomato, and mumbles something about Kate spritzing her with a sample. "Oh, cool, smells fancy," I say with a grin, letting her squirm. Inside, I'm like, "Checkmate, sweetheart." Her cockiness is my secret weapon now, and it's time to roll out the grand finale. I hatch the perfect surprise. I tell Sarah I'm heading out of state for 3 days to visit an old buddy, some sob story about a fishing trip or whatever. Her eyes light up like it's Christmas morning. "Oh, have fun," she chirps, practically shoving me out the door. Little does she know I've taken time off work, rented a nondescript sedan, and checked into a sketchy motel 2 miles away. Before I left, I set up a few hidden cameras around the house. Nothing fancy, just enough to catch her in the act. I'm not about to let this soap opera unfold without a front row seat. Saturday rolls around, and I'm glued to my laptop in the motel watching the feed. Sure enough, Sarah's on the phone by noon, giggling like a schoolgirl. "Tom, come over tomorrow," she says, all flirty. "Mike's gone, we've got the place to ourselves." I nearly choke on my coffee. My house? Really? I mean, I was hoping she'd be this dumb, but wow, she's handing me the win on a silver platter. Bold move, Sarah, bold and stupid. Now here's the thing. I hadn't thought much past this point. Busting in on them mid-tryst feels too easy, too predictable. I want something juicier, something that'll hit her where it hurts, her pride. Then it hits me, her parents. John and Amanda, her mom and dad, are suckers for any excuse to party. They're the type who'd show up to a barbecue in matching Hawaiian shirts without even asking why. So, I call them up. "Hey John, Amanda, I'm planning a little surprise for Sarah on Sunday. A small get-together at our place. Top secret though, she can't know." They're thrilled, no questions asked. "Oh, we love a good surprise," Amanda squeals. We set it up. I'll pick them up Sunday afternoon. They're probably already planning the charcuterie board. So, the stage is set. Tom's coming over, thinking he's in for a steamy Sunday. Sarah's clueless, basking in her freedom. And me? I'm about to orchestrate the most glorious train wreck she's ever seen, with her own parents as the VIP guests. Let's see how smug she feels when the curtain drops. Sunday rolls in, and it's showtime. Tom, Sarah's cologne-drenched lover boy, is due to strut into my house any minute, and I'm ready to pull the trigger on this masterpiece. I hop in the rental car, swing by to pick up John and Amanda, and we make a quick pit stop for a cake and a bouquet of flowers, because every good ambush needs props, right? On the drive, I'm sneaking peeks at my phone, watching the hidden camera feed like it's the season finale of my favorite reality show. And oh, it's heating up. Sarah and Tom are already entertaining each other, giggling and fumbling around like they're auditioning for a low-budget rom-com. Perfect. That's my cue. We pull up to the house, and I lead John and Amanda to the front door like we're a squad of stealth ninjas. I've got the key in one hand, the cake in the other, and we slip inside without a sound. Then we hear it. Those unmistakable sounds of joy and feminine bliss echoing from down the hall. Amanda's jaw drops so fast I swear it hits the floor. John, meanwhile, turns a shade of red that could rival a boiled lobster. And let me tell you, I forgot to mention earlier, John, Sarah's dad, is a bit of a hothead, even at his age. The guy's got a temper that could scare off a grizzly bear. It's clear they both realize Sarah's enjoying life with someone who isn't me. I'm about to belt out a loud surprise to seal the deal, but I don't even get the chance. John's already charging toward the noise like a wild boar on a mission. I trail behind, trying not to laugh, as he beelines for the bathroom. Yep, the bathroom. Because apparently that's where they decided to get cozy. John grabs the door and yanks it open with such force I'm half convinced it's about to fly off the hinges. Then comes the chaos. Screams of shock, panic, and pure disbelief erupt like a volcano. John's bellowing, "What the hell is my daughter doing?" Sarah's shrieking, "Dad, where did you come from? Is this a joke?" And poor Tom, oh Tom, he's scrambling like a deer in headlights, half-dressed and wide-eyed, clearly not expecting a family reunion. He makes a break for it, bolting past John, who lands a swift kick to his backside as he stumbles by. I nearly double over, laughing at the sight. Tom's flailing, John's fuming, and Sarah's still yelling nonsense from the bathroom. Tom's dead set on escaping, heading for the front door like it's the finish line of a marathon. I see my chance to up the ante. As he barrels toward the exit, I step into his path, holding out the cake like a matador with a red cape. Predictably, he doesn't stop. Face plants right into the frosting, stumbles and crashes to the floor in a glorious heap of vanilla cream and humiliation. I'm biting my lip to keep from howling when John storms over, sees the mess and roars, "Knock down! Mike, son, hold this punk down. We're gonna have a serious talk." I've got to admit, hearing John call me son and team up with me feels pretty damn good. But as I stand there, cake splattered on the floor, Tom groaning and Sarah still shrieking in the background, a tiny shiver runs down my spine. This is hilarious, sure. But what the hell happens next? I might have just poked a bear I'm not fully ready to wrestle. It took about 5 minutes for John to herd everyone into the living room, like a drill sergeant rounding up a bunch of misfit recruits. There's Tom, sitting there with cake smeared across his face, one pant leg on, looking like a rejected clown. Sarah's perched on the couch, wrapped in some haphazard mess of clothes that might have been a towel or a robe. Honestly, who knows? John's standing tall, arms crossed, glaring down at them like a judge about to drop the gavel. Amanda's hovering behind him, still in shock, while I'm just leaning against the wall, trying not to smirk too hard. John starts with Tom, grilling him like a steak on the 4th of July. "Explain yourself, boy," he barks. Tom stammers, tripping over his own tongue, claiming he's the victim here. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't even know she was married. It was just a fling." "Oh, please." Sarah's shooting daggers at him with her eyes. She knows he's full of it, and so do I. He knew exactly who she was. John doesn't buy it either, but he lets Tom squirm a bit longer before turning his wrath on Sarah. She tries to chime in, deflecting with some nonsense about how we all just showed up out of nowhere, but John shuts her down with a roar that could wake a coma patient. "Quiet!" he snaps, and then launches into a full-on lecture, Old Testament style. He's going on about morality, family values, and how she's sinned against everything decent. Then he pivots to me, praising me like I'm some saintly knight in shining armor. "Mike's a reliable husband, treats me like a father, and you, Sarah, you've gone and spat on all our family ties." Under the weight of his words, Sarah starts to crack. Her tough girl act melts, and tears well up. She's a mess. I can't resist tossing in my 2 cents. "Sarah thought her charm was some kind of superpower," I say, keeping my tone dry. A little weapon to toy with life and turn her husband into a chump. That's the match that lights the fuse. Sarah explodes, jumping to her feet, tears streaming. "You've all got me suffocated," she wails. "I want freedom. I want to run my own life. I'll do whatever I damn well please. Dad bossed me around as a kid, and now my husband's gonna take over? Screw all of you. Let me live." She's practically vibrating with rage, and I just sit there, stunned. Freedom? She's got it all twisted, mixing up her childish tantrums with some warped idea of adulthood. John's face falls, disappointment etched deep. Even Amanda looks like she's aged 10 years in 10 seconds. We let Tom go after that. The guy bolts like a scared rabbit, still half-dressed, probably thanking his lucky stars he escaped John's fists. John and Amanda decide they need a breather. Honestly, we all do. Sarah, meanwhile, storms off to get dressed, grabs a bag, and stuffs it with random clothes. "You're all traitors and controlling tyrants," she yells, stomping toward the door. "I'm going to my girls. They'll understand me. They'll help me through this nightmare." With that, she slams the door behind her, leaving a ringing silence in her wake. Once she's gone, I glance at John and Amanda, who look like they've just survived a tornado. "Well," I say, heading for the kitchen, "I think we've earned a drink." I dig out a bottle of whiskey, something strong enough to sandblast the tension out of the room, and pour us each a glass. We clink them together, but I can't shake the feeling that this storm's far from over. John, Amanda, and I sat there for a long time, nursing our whiskeys and picking through the wreckage of the day. They kept apologizing, beating themselves up over how they failed to raise Sarah right. I did my best to prop them up, told them it wasn't their fault, that Sarah's a grown woman who made her own bed. The conversation slid naturally into what's next, and I laid it out plain. "I'm filing for divorce." They didn't blink, nodded like it was the most obvious thing in the world. "You're right, Mike," John said, clapping me on the shoulder. "She played her games and she lost." After a while, I called them an Uber, and they headed home, leaving me alone with my thoughts and a half-empty bottle. The next few days, I got to work. Found a lawyer, started the divorce paperwork, kept it clean and simple. While the gears were turning, about a week later, Sarah shows up at the door, all teary-eyed and apologetic. "Mike, I'm so sorry I messed up. Can we talk?" she pleads, like she's auditioning for a redemption arc. "Too late, sweetheart." I pull out the printed screenshots of her texts with Tom and slap them on the table like a winning poker hand. "You wanted to play, Sarah?" I say, smirking. "Turns out I'm just better at this game." She loses it, cursing me out, accusing me of setting her up, dragging her parents into it. I shrug, cool as ice. "You did this to yourself," I tell her, then throw her own words back in her face. "Intimacy's my secret power, girls. Mike's a loyal puppy now. I'm bored. I want attention, competition. I deserve it." I lean in, keeping my voice steady. "You didn't respect me, Sarah. You wanted thrills and excitement. Bingo! You hit the jackpot. Hope you remember this one for life. Maybe it'll smarten you up." She storms out, slamming the door so hard the windows rattle, and I just crack open a beer, letting the silence settle. Then I call my buddy Danny. "Man, I'm getting divorced. I need backup, beer, barbecue, and some real talk." Danny doesn't hesitate, rounds up a couple of the guys, and we throw together a proper guys' night to clear the cobwebs. Over sizzling burgers and cold brews, I spill the whole saga. They're howling with laughter. Danny's practically crying when I get to the part about Tom face-planting into the cake. But they've got my back, too. "Life's gonna get better, bro," one of them says, slapping me on the back. "You're free now." We toast to that, and for the first time in weeks, I feel like I can breathe. Later that night, I snap a pic of the crew, grinning, beers in hand, and toss it up on social media with a caption, "Free and happy. Who's up for pizza?" It's my victory lap. Sarah's out there somewhere, stewing in her shame and maybe, just maybe, learning a lesson she'll never forget. Me? I'm done playing defense. Time to live my life my way. Triumph tastes pretty damn good with a side of pepperoni. If you enjoyed the story, please subscribe to the channel. I wish you a great mood and good luck.